G'day folks. Well, it's a lovely spring day today. Got the air conditioning on, nice and cool in here, and I'm just doing some work on this diesel project again. I already gave it a quick run today and she's still nice and happy. Just mounting the compressor on these rails. These were originally cable tray rails or something, or electrician's item, industrial, but I'm just modifying them and using them as a mount. Right now I'm just making some T-bolts or through bolts to go between the two of them. That is, where did I put it? There. Just weld a washer on one side. It's either that or make some square washers out of flat bar stock that fit down inside there. I mean, friction will stop that from turning once I start tightening it, but I might just put a bit of rectangular key steel along the side so that it jams against the inside. Just get some 6mm key steel and weld it into the side of the washer. And I'm just turning these bolts in the lathe at the moment. I've actually done both of them, so I don't have any footage of turning them, but it's really straightforward. Just shave the head down and round off most of the flats, get rid of the galvanizing and weld them in. There's a few ways to work around making things like this if you don't have a lathe. You can drill or file the washer out to accept the full hexagon head. I machine these to a tight hammer-on fit before I weld them. That's the best way to go if you're going to weld something like this. But there's a lot of ways you can work around it at home if you don't have a lathe. Don't let that put you off making neat little things like this. This way at least I've got a slotted adjustable system. I can line that compressor up properly. You'll have a set holes in the back here, and I can either flip these rails upside down, allow the compressor to slide back and forth on these, or in this case I'm going to use some existing holes because I've got an adjustable link belt, and these are just going to sit in the bottom like that and allow it to move a little bit, and just tighten them up and it's done. Really easy. But yeah, you can always grind the flats off the head of the bolt and then hammer it in, weld it up, solder it up, whatever. It's all hobby stuff, it doesn't have to be perfect. There you go, that's looking alright. The rail system's a bit fiddly. These should really be the other way around with T-slots or T-nuts that I can just bolt the compressor to. But I'll do that next. I want to pull all this off and respray it once I've got everything working and fine-tuned. I'll paint the engine probably blue again. Maybe green. It looked nice and green. The compressor's always been green, so that can get another coat. These link belts are fantastic. That just went straight on. Really easy, just compensate for it, take another link and stretch her over. No need for adjusting screws or anything to push the compressor back. Don't know who they're made by, it just came on the old German built drill press. Somebody had bought it as an aftermarket thing to get it going. So yeah, let's try this old thing out with a compressor on it. I'll use a high quality camera for that one. Next video will probably be finishing the cooling system and getting that cooling tower working. Alright, let's try this out on the old camera just to see the sound difference and see what it sounds like. Warm start with the compressor belt on. Smells good. Don't want to get too hot. Just got to slide that compressor back a little bit on the rails, but that's about it. Of course, I'm going to take everything off and spray it. Once I get the cooling system done, I've got to drill that broken stud out, make an adapter plate with a pipe coming out, a right angle 90-degree bend, and just get a bit of radiator hose between that and the reservoir, a bit of flexi hose. Same with the bottom, that's return. Shouldn't really be that tight, but that's your cold water return from the cooling tower. Cold water falls, hot water rises. So hot water goes in the top, cools down and sinks to the bottom, and hopefully convection draws enough through the head to keep it cool. If not, I'll just run a little water pump off that pulley there. Just bolt it on the side of the block here. There's a few mounting holes. Get a little industrial water pump. It should be good. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more on this one. I've got a little bit of machining and fiddling around to do to get the cooling tower in, but I'll post a video when it's done. For those who are wondering, this is the camcorder that I was using for the high quality videos. Sony hard drive, 40 gigabyte digital video camera. Neat little unit. Very good sound quality. It gets a bit funny with the close-up focus. It tries to autofocus and goes blurry. But apart from that, it's a very nice little unit. Very good lens. It's a Carl Zeiss lens. And the quality is just superb. It's designed more for full-length DVD quality videos than short stuff on YouTube. The files are very big. That's why I don't use it very much. It's also not mine, it's my sister's. My little sister would kill me if I got it too dirty or wrecked it in some way, so I'm just sort of being careful with it at the moment. But I'll try and find a second-hand one. I mean, originally I was a bit apprehensive about the way it doesn't like high decibel noise and the autofocus stuff, but I found a lot of the digital cameras do that now, particularly these good ones. The sound quality on this, like it's Dolby surround sound, you can't get that out of a little tinny camera like the one I'm using now. So yeah, this is what I'm in the market for at the moment. It's about $5.99 brand new, but I'm hoping I can pick up a second-hand one like this for $200, $300 once I get the Range Rover on the road anyway. Just projects keep coming up and consuming hobby money. It's always the way. There's never enough money.